We are nearing 2 full weeks since a winter storm walloped the mid-state, and the calls for answers are only growing. Thank you for joining me here at 4. I'm Carrie Sharp. So many of you have reached out to us demanding accountability from NES and other agencies that have been responding to this disaster. Now it appears a battle is brewing over the future of the utility company and who exactly should be calling the shots. Up on Tennessee's Capitol Hill, our Chris Davis discovered today Republican leaders are ready to clean house.
Tennessee House Republicans did not hold back in their criticism of NES's response to this ice storm. In fact, they made it clear they plan to intervene.
The CEO needs to be replaced. I think the whole executive team needs to be replaced.
House leadership went through a litany of complaints.
There was no priority to help those at low income levels. There was no help at those who were elderly, who did not have electricity. There was no plan.
And they needed more crews that the NES leadership refused to bring in.
Their bottom line, changes of some form must take place at NES.
We've had many conversations with the mayor. We're going to have conversations tonight with the mayor, and we're hoping to have some type of solution. But at the same point, if the state needs to come in and do some intervention, we are prepared to do that. We have bills ready to do that.
If Metro does not intervene and remove leadership at NES, is that what you're saying? The state might be prepared to step in at that point?
Potentially, we may step in either way.
House Speaker Cameron Sexton says he's considering everything from replacing members of NES's board to converting the public utility to a rate-paying member-owned co-op that is no longer governed by Metro, similar to CEMC or Middle Tennessee Electric.
Seems like the co-ops are functioning better, and they are better able, and the people feel like the ratepayers are a lot more engaged in that process. With the co-ops than maybe what NES is allowing with the residents right now.
And to the extent any changes need to be made or any action needs to be taken, we will do it once we have a full debrief.
Tennessee House Democratic leaders say it's too early to assess NES's performance.
We're focused on the families in Nashville getting power back right now, though. That's our sole focus.
At this point, though, do you all have confidence in NES leadership?
Look, I wasn't in the room. I don't think any of us were in the room. And so I'm sure mistakes may have been made. I'm sure that there are things that can be corrected. I'm not going to sit up here and play the blame game right now.
And our preference is generally going to be for local control.
Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell responded to Republicans by saying he hopes the city will be allowed to move forward with their own investigation into NES. But he also says channels of communication with the state are still open.
We do want to deliver accountability, but we also want to make sure people understand the context of what was different about Nashville, the ice coverage, the enormity of just the scale of the outage and what it has taken to respond.
With photojournalist Alex Maxwell, Chris Davis, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Chris. Now, Chris also asked if Tennessee leaders made a mistake by not sending the National Guard to Nashville in large numbers sooner. Speaker Sexton told him they only had to respond to other counties impacted by the storm as well, or they did have to do that, and praised the state's overall response.